Hello everyone, I am Ajita and today's session we are talking about time management. As we all know that how time management helps us to understand that what is important technique to use in our life and also how we can work on the time management. Now, we are talking about the importance of time management. We all know that time management is very much important in every business, every industries, and for students and for freelancers because everyone have different tasks of their life. So now we can talk about the importance of time management. As we all know that nowadays, if our efficiency is not okay, then it will create problems in our life. So efficiency is very much important, time management. Now next we are talking about productivity. So when we are talking about the productivity, so it helps to understand that how we are working currently and how we have to work more on better quality. Now third is balance. So when we are talking about professional and personal life, so we have to balance each other and everything in our time. Now the next is stress. We all know that when we are working professionally, so we have to talk on the stress. So these are the parts which we can understand that how our time management is very much important and how we can do that. Now the next point is to identify priorities. As we all know that when we are talking about time management, so priorities is the most important part of today's session. So for that what we can do, so we can do set our goals. So when we are working on the time management part, so we have to set our goals in a very good way, because when we set our goals we know that this is important or this is less important. Now talk about Eisenhower matrix. So how it is important is, so when we are categorized text into 4 quadrants, which is important, unimportant, urgent, most important, most urgent, less important, less urgent, and neither important, neither urgent. So these are some of the priorities we can understand about this using matrix, and this matrix is very much helpful in our professional life as well, in our everyday life as well. So now we're going towards the next slide. Okay, so now here we're talking about planning techniques. So when we are talking about the planning techniques, we already know that how we can plan in a better way. So there are some of the techniques which is helps to understand. First is to do list, like when we are talking about creating something. So when we are talking about the techniques, so when we are creating to-do list, so it helps us to understand that how we can manage the time. Now the another thing is calendar. The most important thing is when we are working anything, so we have to schedule in the tasks by the calendar, so that we can know what is our next task and what is currently our working on. Now next is time blocking. As we all know, the time blocking is very much important nowadays because we have so many things to do. So time blocking is helpful framework in our life. So now we're going towards the next presentation. The last part is conclusion. As we all know that when we are prioritizing time and working on effectiveness, so it's very much important to understand time management, that how we can create our loophole to work more on it, and how we have to boost our productivity by learning so many things to achieving the balance between our personal life and professional life. Because if we are not taking tasks as an important, urgent, not important, non-urgent, so it will create a hole for us. So for this presentation, I hope it helps you to understand about the time management, and somehow time management is very important. So respect the time accordingly, because if you are not respecting your time, you are wasting your time for your life. So thank you so much. I hope you have a great day.